to put on a couple of competitions style events, which we've had one recently that I know you were going to mention it to me, but I might as well just bring it up now. Was sub vault. I had this idea. I've had this idea for a year and a half. I actually stole it from Graham Boylan, the Cage Warrior CEO, although I didn't steal it without his permission. So I'm just clarifying that. But
influenced.
Influenced. So the idea is that instead of time, there's money on the clock. So the money counts down after. So let's say you agree 5-minute match, whatever. Let's say £500. 500 euros. I'm just saying pounds because we ran it in Oma the first time. But so essentially after 15 seconds, the money starts counting down, and if it gets to 0, no one wins anything. If you get a sub within that, clock stops, money stops, and you win whatever's on the screen, which turned out to be very, very expensive when we ran 2 trial matches on Virtus MMA recently in Oma, where Conor Marin won, I think it was £472, got a tap within like 30 seconds, and Jacob Leonard got 420 something, I think, something like that. 2 quick taps, which turned out to be very expensive. So I was like, the anxiety of running a full event of this, I don't know if that's going to be the one. But I spoke to my brother-in-law actually that evening, who doesn't have anything to do with jiu-jitsu, not really interested in it or anything like that, and I was kind of explaining the concept to him and how it went, and we kind of come up with a structure of an event that would... The main problem that a lot of people said to me on the night, and I knew anyway, was the potential for athletes colluding with each other and say, right, you tap and we'll split the money. But my rebuttal to that was, well, if someone said that to you, would you tap? And they'd be like, no, I'd ask them to tap. I'm like, exactly. But I think we come up with a structure of an event where you'd be disincentivized to tap, to potentially get into have different tiers of money that you can get up to. Based on winning essentially. So we might run that across that structure can run across multiple events as well. So we'll see. I have a few ideas around, like, I want to do it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. And obviously money in jiu-jitsu and rewarding the athletes is a very, very topical subject at the minute with CJI and everything that's happening next week. So that's kind of, I wanted to play off the back of that, so that's why I'm starting to do it now, even though I've had that idea for a while. It's given me a bit of a kick up the arse to actually do it, and it did go well. Look, it was an MMA event, so not necessarily a jiu-jitsu crowd, and people still bought into it. People still thought it was exciting. Obviously some people there who are involved in jiu-jitsu enjoyed it, thought it was a good idea. Obviously the 2 lads who won thought it was a great idea. But yeah, I'm working with the guy from Virtus MMA to see if we can do something again soon. I might do it on another MMA show, do maybe 1 or 2 more test matches, really just to get a bit of content that we can promote a full event then. But we'll see. Yeah, it went well though. It was pleasantly surprised, to be honest. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I didn't know if it was going to be an absolute flop. If it was, whatever. I just wish the matches had gone a bit longer, so it wouldn't have cost me so much to run it. But no, it was definitely a worthwhile thing, and hopefully we can make it grow legs and get something out of it.
You mentioned the sub-vault idea. I'm going to pitch a tournament style idea to you now.
Let's go for it.
Right. So my idea is you could either do an 8 or a 16 person bracket.
Okay.
Invitational only.
Okay.
You could do the show, which is grand, but after each match, as it ends, whatever that money is put into a bigger bank. So all the competitors' money goes in, and whoever makes it to the final, winner gets all.
That's along the lines of what I'm thinking for the full event. Now, there's a couple of ways I was thinking of doing that. There's obviously so if we combine that with what I was thinking with the tiers, so let's use €500 as an example. So you start off, the first match is a €250 match, second one's 500, next one's 750, next one's 1,000, and the winner of 250 gets a chance at the 500 winner. The winner of the 500, and then if they beat the 500 winner, they get a chance at the 750 winner, and you work it up that way. Or you can just keep it as a one flat rate and go, do you want a rematch? Winner takes all. It's up to the winner then. So I don't know. There's a few ways of doing it. But we'll workshop it out. Might do a mini closed door event someday with no money on the line just to try it out. I suppose there has to be a little bit of money on the line, but we'll see.